Hey everybody, it's Thomas. We're loading into this week's game here, which is against Andrew's Wood Elf team. And this is going to be a replay cast. If you want to see Andrew's point of view, he recorded the game live, so we'll have our voice chat along with again, his point of view and his actions and things like that. So you can check it out. I'll have a link up here and in the description. Of course, I think I can, there we go, skip these. Grid names. So this is a game where I did not expect to win this game just because Wood Elves are so much better at scoring than I am, and it's really going to come down to how well I do on my first drive more than anything else. Andrew surprisingly decided to kick to me, which is a bit weird because with a Goblin team especially, letting them drive first means that they can really grind through your players. Albeit, with my luck, I don't know how it's going to be. So let's speed up here through this setup. He positions super aggressively, which I told him is crazy. Like, he had his War Dancer's huge jumper, was like, don't do that, come on man. And he's like, oh right, and moves him back, so whatever. They're still in a bit of danger here, which we'll see once I start setting up here. Here we go. So I'm setting up basically at this point to maximize my hitting. I've got my Looney on the line to saw up some linemen, which is a little risky. If he gets a blitz, he could easily come in, punch my Looney, but let's hope he doesn't do that. So ball went off field. I was like, perfect. I know exactly where this ball is going to go. And I accidentally put it on the wrong troll. But he got perfect defense, which really ruined a bunch of my plans. He moved a bunch of guys back off the line to kind of rearrange based on my super aggressive positioning. Puts his 3 right in front of a troll. And this is where I make the mistake. I really wanted to hand the ball off to this troll here, because he has 4 SPP, not this one. And also he's right next to all the people. But whatever, I'll make it work. So, Fnatic starts things off. Get pretty lucky on this. Get a KO right away, which was awesome. He's trying to decide if he's going to get APO it. Obviously the answer is no. Then I decided to go this way for the free armor roll. Don't get anything, but hey, that's okay. I'm right next to a War Dancer. I'm tying up a bunch of dudes. The Fnatic will be great. Get my Blitz ready, go with the Looney. Get a stun on the Tackle War Dancer. Or no, not the Tackle. The Tackle one's over there. I wanted the Tackle one, but I didn't get him. So move the Troll up to hit next turn, which is actually kind of amazing. I didn't realize he was by himself, but still got the really stupid anyway. So the goal here is, for my plan at least, was with a Looney here to foul the War Dancer next turn, because +3 on fouls is a thing that happens. I did not realize that. So that's very exciting, so I'm trying to do that. In the meantime, positioning my goblins around just in case things go south. So I've got this goblin here with diving tackle to help keep these guys in place. Moving up the one with catch here just to help protect the troll. Move the pogoer up to help screen him off a little bit more. I'm moving this goblin back to help protect against these people over here. Have the troll punch to kind of clear this out. Get another stun, because why would I ever break armor in a way that I want? And a push here. So I've cleared out the troll. It's still a little risky here. He's definitely got some open areas. I kind of waffle where I want to put these guys. So I'll move them up here. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I'm happy with how it turned out, I guess, but in retrospect it's kind of risky because these guys can get punched except for the catcher. So, I don't know. Mostly move this guy here to protect the catcher, and this guy's here just to prevent the catcher from going anywhere. The thrower here is trying to dodge out and failed the dodge. I'm trying to decide if I want to use diving tackle or not. I did not use diving tackle because he needs a 3+ and roll to 5. The optional diving tackle is kind of amazing because it shows you what the roll is going to be. At least for the initial roll, when you have to declare it. If they fail it and roll like a dodge skill, then it happens anyway. Or if they re-roll it and use dodge, they can still trump your -2, although -2 still applies. So I didn't know that. That's kind of cool to see that diving tackle is really flexible in terms of the ask anyway. So it's back up here. He's blitzing with the War Dancer to take out the Looney, which is a good idea. Only gets a knockdown on the Looney, which I'm extremely happy about. Does a foul on the Looney with this lineman, and doesn't quite break it, which is pretty impressive. Surprised the chainsaw doesn't contribute on fouls against him too, but hey. So let's hear some knockdowns here. Did not follow up, which is probably a good idea, although maybe, I don't know for sure, it's hard to say. Because the defender stumbles one block on the diving tackle guy, knocks him back, which is still okay. I'm still protected in the back here. Moving this lineman up to stop my future drives forward. And now it's my turn again. Start with the Fnatic, because I want to hit these guys here. Get lucky with where I want to go. Decide to go down, I hope. Apparently went sideways here. That's okay. KO'd that guy. Walk the troll forward. Really happy that he's being so good. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a touchdown here. Now I got to move the rest of my pieces here. So I move this guy here to help cut off this line. Move the diving tackle back here to mark the catcher. Move this guy up here to mark this lineman. Run this goblin up here to prevent anything from coming this way. And Bogor bounces this way to prevent the catcher from getting too saucy here. Because it's elves, you never know. And move this one here. I don't know if this is the best position for him, but I was happy with it. It was really sad this troll went really stupid here. Kind of needed to hit things. I double fail the chainsaw with a reroll, and he KOs himself because that's what happens when you hit yourself with a chainsaw. So that kind of sucked. Only got to use him once for this drive. It kind of turned out to be a big deal because I don't have a good way of dealing with the ward answers aside from that. Ward answer dodges in through a -3 because elves are magical, and Andrew's dice this half are ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Another 6 into a -3. Diving tackle is triggering here, and I'm complaining to Andrew, I think, that this isn't happening. Yeah, he's rolling a 5, so the diving tackle doesn't do anything. Does the 6 into a -3 again. Gets a stun on my diving tackle guy, which really sucks. Diving tackle is kind of a key part to how the defense of this team is going to work. He's blitzing into the troll now. Gets the defender stumbles because he had the 2 die somehow. Did he have a 2 die? Oh, he did. 1, 2. Does fail to dodge away to pick up the ball, so it's like, okay, still have a chance here. Used him to hit, just gotta push. Over here, I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Basically, I have to be careful with the Fanatic at this point, because I don't want to hit my own troll. And I've still got this stuff, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, where can I go to clear some of this, so I've got good options with the catcher. And, let's see here. What do I try to do? So I blitz here and push this way, which actually works out fine, because I have a clear line with my Fanatic. Roll the Fanatic, get this, and this is where I get a little risky. KO the ward answer, which was great, and then I decide, okay, which way do I want to go? I decided to go forward, which was probably the riskier play, because I could have just pushed the troll. But here I could have failed to pick up the ball. So it worked out that I went this way. This is where I wanted to go anyway. That worked out very handily for me. Let's see here. Moving these goblins up to kind of face the war answer, pick up the ball with the pogoer, and this is where I make kind of a mistake. I have a go for it here. I have a reroll. I don't want to go for it because I don't want to score, and I figured these guys are pretty well locked down. This is not true. I forgot I really didn't think about the word answer having leap. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking here. This should have been okay. With diving tackle and a bunch of other minus, it should have been okay. This lineman, though, can get up here with a GFI, which I was like, okay, no big deal. I can still walk forward. He didn't blitz me. He's just there to force me to dodge. And then I forgot leap. That was a big thing. He gets a 6 in the leap, gets the defender down, and badly hurts my pogoer. I don't apothecary this because badly hurt apothecary is kind of ridiculous. War Answer picks up the ball, and now I'm basically going fuck. So I'm going to slow this down a lot while we talk here. But so the calculus here is, do we want to do the GFI or not? Not really, because I don't want to fall over and lose the ball, and I also don't want to get my Fanatic out right away. Yeah, my Looney's out anyway, but scoring this early is bad against an elf team, because the elf team can exploit this so much, because they're so fast. But, again, I didn't count on leap being such a jerk skill. I don't know. Could have done things a little bit better. Stingray agrees. He's very disgruntled with my choices. Checking a couple other things here. So, let's see here, what's happening here. Oh right, he does a double, both down with both KO, which I'm okay with, because this lineman has dodge, and is better than my goblin with dodge. So we have a turnover, Stingray's pretty pumped about that, and now I have to figure out how to get the ball. So I start by moving the diving tackle over to mark this lineman. Start with the troll push, unfortunately, on the catcher. This goblin gets the hit. Roll with the Fanatic to get a KO. I was pretty pumped about that. My Fanatic KO'd a lot of people this game, but naturally, of course, did not get any SPP to be helpful. So now I'm spinning up here. This is actually pretty good because I'm in between two people and I can mark both of them. So I'm pretty happy with where that went. Blitz up with the troll, hit this lineman because I can't get to the ball really. Get more pushes and more skulls because that's great. I'm moving this guy here to help kind of produce screens so if the board answer can't just run this way. Diving tackle should help a little bit with that at least. And the same thing here, position this player here to set up like this. And then my turn. So Andrews basically has to get the ball out of here. He's down a fair number of players at this point actually. I've KO'd 5 people, which is pretty impressive. But it's just the KO. A lot of these people can do that. So yeah, he very wisely marks this one, moves the Lord Answer out of the path of the Goblin. Diving tackle again, failing here. I meant to keep track of how many diving tackles I don't have go off, but it's at least been 1 a turn at this point, or 1 per turn, which is pretty impressive because I have 2 diving tackle pieces. But that's kind of the problem with diving tackle versus elves. It can make a big deal. You know, changing a 2+ to a 4+ is still a big deal. But here, yeah, again, another failed diving tackle. Just not the best. If I apply the diving tackle, it usually doesn't matter too much. Because again, -2 would still have him at 3. So his turn here, blitzes this lineman, dodges away from the diving tackle, rolls a 6. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Spinning the Fanatic over, hoping for the best. Marking this one at least, getting this Goblin over here to help kind of one line of retreat. Marking this lineman back here. This point I'm in full defense mode. Getting the trolls up here to try to be in the way. I know I can't really stop the word answer, I'm just trying to get in the way. The diving tackle I realize can't go forward, so I try to move him back to be a defensive piece later. I do get a stun on this lineman with this blitz, which I was pretty happy about, getting something out of this at least. Move this Goblin up to mark the thrower. I decided to punish this lineman. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. I feel like I should have probably hit the word answer still. I mean, I got to push attacker down, but maybe I would have rolled differently. I feel like hitting the war answer was the smarter call. I think I didn't due to, it was red dice or something like that. There was a reason I didn't. I just thought it was safer to hit the lineman. Arguably it wasn't. That's probably another mistake I made here. So yeah, at this point, as you can tell, Andrew has a lot of ways out of here. He can just leap out and run down. He runs out, and I complain bitterly once again that he rolled effectively a 6 on a diving tackle. That happens quite a bit here. But yeah, Andrew's got plenty of room to run out here. Which is kind of the thing with elf teams. You know, you don't need a lot of players to score, which is why part of the reason you might have kicked. So. Rolls up here. He's going to do the handoff, I imagine. He was joking that he was going to throw back over here, but the handoff is naturally the conclusion. Yeah, hands off. Runs this lineman down. I don't know if this is probably not the best place to be. They're all kind of bad. But he gets a perfect launch throw with the -1, which is amazing. Has to use a reroll to do it, and then this guy just dodges out, no problem. Andrew rolled incredibly well these first few turns. He rolled everything he needed to when he needed to do it, and only rolled 1 bad roll, and even then still KO'd a player. Which, albeit not the best when you're down players, but the key thing, remember, I always say this about stunty teams, is these like the elf bad players are still better than my main players. So now I'm trying to decide if I want to do the 2-die blitz with the diving tackle guy. I should maybe be able to. I do some stunty dodges in here. It's like, okay, this is going my way. Let's roll back a little bit here. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do with this half of the pitch. I decide to move him down. I GFI twice to make a thicker screen here. I decide to blitz the troll, and I get really stupid. I waste a reroll to loner. Arguably I shouldn't have done it. It was risky, but I wanted to get the troll up there. So We'll see. You can roll one sometimes. My trolls are not the best behaving bastards on the pitch. I do some spinning here. I do some more spinning here. And not a lot happens else this turn, I think. I just move some people up. Move the troll up to mark. So the idea here was to help keep these guys in place. It's a bit crazy. Diving tackle, though. So Andrew is very wisely moving to support this lineman here. Moves the war dancer up. No problem with dodge. I don't even waste diving tackle because he's rolling so good. Diving tackle finally procs, though. Finally, he rolled a 3, which I can put a -2 on. Top of the -2 already. Maybe I didn't need to do that because he would have failed it anyway, probably. But -4 to a dodge out means I should for sure knock him down. Over here, Troll KO'd somebody again, which is kind of ridiculous. For those keeping track at home, here's a nice little overview. I've KO'd 6 players at this point, which is kind of a ridiculous number. And here I'm going to debate how much I want to get the ball. I stun this lineman out to clear the ball, and then it's like, okay, let's move this diving tackle just up to deal with the war dancer. Have to use my roll, re-rolled the GFI over there. And let's see here. What happened here? Failed to pick up, which kind of expected. Because goblins suck, basically. Ball could be in a better spot, but it's not a bad spot. At least I still have 2 people on the ball, and I have a diving tackle piece on this lineman. So I'm hoping that, even though we've got 2 turns left, I can either get the ball away or stall Andrew out enough where it's not a problem. That said, this war dancer can just run in here. This lineman can just run in here. Wisely, he just marks the ball with this lineman. Going for the pickup is not necessarily the best idea when he's got players still to move around. Stands up that guy. I think almost all of his players are down here at this point. This lineman is, but he's not going anywhere. Speed it up a little bit here. Blitzes this, pushes me back. Tries to dodge away, diving tackle procs again finally, so apparently all my diving tackle is going to happen in these last like 3 turns, which is good. So, got diving tackle doing his job, pulling down people, not injuring anybody yet, but I'll take what I can get. I'm still debating here whether I want the ball or not. I've got -2 on it right now. Maybe I just want to leave it here. I've got this guy with diving tackle here. I can move this other piece with diving tackle up and around, which I think is what I end up doing. Let's speed this up a little bit. This video is taking forever. So I dodged it once. I decided to leave him there. Over here, Fnatic spun on the guy on the ground to get a miss next game injury. Let's see here. And again, I'm trying to decide if I want to pick up the ball or not. Do have the option. Probably should move these guys too. I don't remember if I did that. No, I just went for the ball pickup and failed it. Not too surprising. I got a 1, but I had a -2 on it anyways. Not lucky to get it. This is arguably a worse place for the ball, but still. I've got 2 diving tackles on here. He decides to blitz the goblin out and does this. I don't know if you saw that there, but diving tackle procced. And diving tackle procced, but then he re-rolled and was able to get out. So, what can I do? Here I'm using bribes to keep the chainsaw on the field. And I'm going to be receiving the ball here, so I'm setting up. Oh no, I'm kicking off. That was halftime. Sorry, I'm crazy here. I don't remember what happened here. I think Andrew did get coffee or something, so I just had it waste time. So getting ready to kick. I've got 4 more players on the pitch. We'll see how it goes. One of his war dancers is still out, but it's still elves. Things could go south pretty quickly. But so far so good. I mean, he's not really getting any good hits. I just want to get the ball up there, or I just want to get players on the ball and keep going from there. He moves this guy here, and then for some reason dodges him out. And I use diving tackle to shove him on the ground. Probably didn't need to use the diving tackle, but hey, it worked here. Chainsaw fails, which was really heartbreaking. I really wanted to get rid of this piece. This troll really stupid instead of moving up here. Also, Heartbreak City. Move some more goblins here, pin this guy under 2, which I think was a mistake. I don't need to invest 2 people in this. I don't really probably need to invest anybody in here. Got another KO here, so with his stand-ups, he's back to 5 people out, 4 of which are just KOs. Music for my turn. There's some sort of stunty thing. Ward answered is a throw, and this guy is just gone. Because elves. Wood elves especially. So fast. Maybe should have had more players on the ball, or maybe close to the ball. He fails the dodge though, which is kind of nice. But now I'm kind of terrible. He did badly hurt himself on the dodge, so 6 players out. I really stupid this blitz, which is kind of nerve-wracking. I wanted to punch this guy out so I could move these people here, because at this point, blitzing this lineman was not possible to do where my people were. I just wanted to have it be so dodges were more difficult. Get some diving tackle on the case. There's nothing I'm able to do because everything's too far away. And here, running around, I finally realized I don't need all these people here. Hit it, do a push, goes nowhere. Get this guy over here. This was a failed dodge, which resulted in me dying. This is Coogan's Bluff Jr. This is the player I just replaced. So that was a little funny. I'm debating on pocket this and I study a 0 SPP and a Goblin, and I don't care. So things are not looking great. I've got 4 people out, or 4 people out, and he has 6 people out. But his are KOs and mine are permanents. So now I'm kind of hemming and hawing what to do. This is Andrew. I'm telling him he needs to the score, which he obviously does. Blah, 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 blah. Ward answer stands up. No, that's the worst possible outcome. My guy stands up. Finally, I really wanted him last turn, so I didn't have to waste Looney on not a drive. There he goes. Goodbye, Looney. Only getting 1 bribe was unexpected, too. I didn't expect Andrew to fire his 2 strength linemen. Probably debatable that it was a good idea if he did that. He probably could have used the extra body, but didn't hurt his team value. So now, my troll disappeared for some reason. He's just gone. I don't know where he went. And that kind of spells the rest of this game here. I try to set up just to make it work, assuming the troll will be back where I put him before. But he doesn't. He's just gone. Which is really annoying, because instead of having a 5-player advantage, I have a 4-player advantage. And I've got to somehow get the ball down there. So, I'm moving some people up there to get the ball. Move these 2 to catch the ball in case it goes awry. Roll really stupid instead of a hit here, which sucked. And here I get a 1 die, which actually works out pretty well. A 2 die, which gets into another POW, but nothing permanent. And now I'm trying to decide, do I foul the War Dancer or not? Do pick up the ball, which was a bit of a relief. And I'm like, yeah, I'll foul the War Dancer. This is so brutal. Because I got the foul, which would get me ejected here because I rolled a double. But I only roll a stun. It's really annoying because if I rolled a little bit better, I probably could have gotten a KO at least. So, that sucked. Yeah, so now my 4-player lead is down to 3. And like I want to keep stressing, my players are more terrible than his because he has skills that are good. KO's mine, guys, so I'm down to 2-player advantage. Yeah. So I'm positioning things over here. Blitz with the troll, get a pushback, just trying to keep the War Dancer off my back. Arguably not a great decision. Moving these guys here to protect this guy. I'm trying to debate if I want a GFI. I do. Marking here. Wasn't able to mark this player. Can't do everything. Just want to comment here on the other -3 that he successfully rolled. Andrew's dodge luck was crazy this game. Blitz is out. Gets the attacker down, or gets the attacker down push, and re-rolls into a block situation. Moves over, picks up the ball, because elves. I think he was out of movement at this point, so he couldn't do anything. I do get a tackle here, though, so that was good. Now it's a question to figure out what I want to do. That tackle here actually makes things a little easier because I can move it up to protect the troll. I think I say as much to Andrew. So I'm going to try to blitz to get the ward answer. I do get the defender down, and I get a KO, so that's awesome. The downside is I'm not really in a position to protect the ball. I stand still up, try to figure out what I want to do. I hit this guy, only get a push or both down. So that kind of sucks. Follow up there is probably not what I wanted it or needed to do, but it's okay. Moving dive and tackle up to get this. I fail the dodge out to pick up the ball. And now I'm really getting nervous. Moves that guy up. Lineman rolls over and fails to pick the ball. I'm not sure why he didn't stand up the ward answer first. That was a mistake on Andrew's part. Who knows? Blitz with the troll to get him out of here. Get a push out, which I'm okay with. Gets him off the ball. Run this Goblin forward because I need him in scoring position. Same thing with this one. I fail the pickup, which is the absolute worst. I really need to pick up the ball so I can walk up here and hand it off. Diving tackle procs, but doesn't do anything on the dodge reroll. This line moves up to pick the ball and fails, which I was happy about. I do the natural thing. My obsession with surfing helps me out, and I shove this guy out just to get rid of him. Kind of give me a little bit better of a player advantage. I use... trying to decide what I want to blitz with. Then I move this Goblin first to mark the lineman. Then I blitz with this guy. This is when I realize, oh, I should have moved this guy back here, but it's okay. So I push him clear. And it's like, okay, I need to pick up the ball now. Pick the ball. Hooray. Let's walk it over here to pass it off to this guy. And then I can pass it off to this guy. And get freedom. And then I roll 2 1s. And the catch fails and bounces back to that guy. So at least my turn isn't over. And it's like, okay, well, I got to move into scoring position. So let's get him up here. Which I do. So he moves out here. Moves this lineman up. Stands this ward answer up. Diving tackle, dodge. Almost does it. I was really happy that happened. Happened a little quickly. But he KO'd himself on the injury. And here I'm deciding, do I want to run it in, make it 2-1 on my last turn, or do I want to try to farm SPP for the troll? I decide the troll is not really worth it. And I get a touchdown. 2-1. That's the end of the match. So some things I could have done better. I should have probably scored with the Pogoer. Debatably, maybe should have protected the Looney better early on as well. That might have been a difference. But again, lost 2-1. I did better than I thought I would. I got a touchdown out of it. Only kept him to 2 touchdowns, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Elf teams are hard for me to deal with at this point. I don't have any level ups on my hitting pieces to make it easier to knock them down. Andrew's been collecting things like dodge. So I did a ton of damage to him. I mean, 9 KOs sustained is a pretty big deal, of which I think 5 were from the Fnatic spinning people on the ground. 1 casualty for him, so that's not too bad. So Andrew actually SCP is actually really good this week. 2, 4, 10, 15, not too bad. And then me sitting at 7, so not the best there. So MVP here went to a catcher. This should be a level up for him. And MVP went to Bobby Lane. So no big changes for me moving forward other than I lost a player, which was great. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Again, if you want to see the longer version, there'll be a link in the description for Andrew's game if you didn't click on it earlier. It's a pretty good game. I was happy with how everybody played. And, you know, voice chat makes this all a lot more interesting. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.